Hey guys, how you doing? Right here again. If you'd like to subscribe, it's Nitro Kyosho. Remember to follow me on Facebook. Nitro Kyosho, all one word, brings you to the community page. Well guys, I'm going to warn you, this might be a little bit of a long video, but anyone who has a Baja buggy, this is a must-see video. We're going to talk about some technical problems I had with this recently. We're going to talk about, not to rehash, but some new upgrades on this thing, essential upgrades. And this body, this new body by Hemi, which is sold by Dave's Discount Motorsports, is not just a pretty body. It is definitely something we're going to talk about that is an essential upgrade for this car. I was out driving this guy's last weekend and stripped out the spur gear, plastic spur gear. It's about the third time it happened. I think it happened from the extra torque from these hostile gripping tires in the back, so I decided to finally get the heavy-duty steel spur gear, and no issues since then. So I went back out again with it, and I had another issue. I was driving out in the grass in the field, and it came in. It was acting a little sluggish and weird. It was kind of a little hot, the engine. I went to hit the kill switch. It wouldn't shut it off, so I had to use the choke. That created an issue in itself. So I brought it home. I ordered a new kill switch for it, but in that time period I had tested the other one and it seemed to be fine. So I used the multimeter. So I'm assuming that it was the wires maybe got a little bit loose in there, so I tightened those up and that seems to have fixed that problem. Probably from the vibration. But then I couldn't get it started. And the pull start was acting kind of funny. So I removed the side casing of the engine there where the pull start is and where the flywheel is, and it was just mounds of grass, enough to fill like a sandwich Ziploc bag. Pulling it out, blowing it out with the compressor. I mean, piles of grass were in there, and that's where this new body is going to come into play. One of the other things that I changed when it wouldn't start was a simple change that can give you issues. Is this is a Walbro, that's the carburetor that's on there, and this is a meter and diaphragm, and I'll show you that sits on top underneath the little primer bubble. This is a $2.25 item, guys, okay, and this thing can create a lot of issues if it gets old or dirty. Okay. So once I got all the grass and everything out of there, I took the spark plug out, made sure it had compression, made sure that it was working okay. I actually ended up buying a new pull start. I think the pull start, after I've had this since 2010, was just shot. It didn't break or anything, but it was shot, grinding. I tried to clean it out, and I said, you know what, Dave's Discount, they sell one for 20 bucks. Identical thing without the HPI name on it, probably better, and so that issue is solved. And so let me just rehash some of the quick upgrades to this thing, guys. Pre-filters for the air cleaner and the pull start are not bad upgrades. These hostile tires are a must upgrade. I mean, if you're using it in the dirt. The stock tires are just too soft and they don't last. They don't have the tread of these things. The Dominator pipe in the back is in my opinion, a must-have. The heavy-duty steel spur gear, stock front tires, stock suspension, everything. I just overhauled the 4 shocks on it too. Spark plugs, you can get these at AutoZone, guys. If you buy the hobby one, you're going to pay like $12-15 bucks. If you go to AutoZone and you order these, bring your plug over there, you get these for like $1.65. Same plug, NGK. Usually when you have issues with these things, guys, if you got, I checked the magneto too. I pulled the spark plug out and I put it on the metal roof here and pulled it to make sure it was getting spark. So it was getting spark, it had compression. I changed the diaphragm filter on there and everything. And once I got the new pull start on there, what I did was I left the plug out overnight, because they said if you shut this thing off with the choke, it'll flood the engine out real bad. So I left the plug out overnight, let it dry out the engine, put the new plug in, new pull start, and started right up and back in business. But what I want to start talking about now is this body. Okay, now the old body, I'm going to take, let me take a piece here of the body, and I'm going to show you first of all, and hopefully you can see the difference. Okay, this is the new body. The thickness of it is a lot, probably almost double the thickness, and I don't know if I'll be able to give you a good comparison, but I'll try to put them side by side so you can see the difference in the thickness. Okay, but much stronger, much thicker body, guys. Okay, now the problem with this body is with these pieces here, and you know it had that black little piece inside there that was supposed to deflect crap from getting in there. Not too good of a job. So let me get that off of the and I'll explain to you why this body is so important and what it's going to prevent from happening again. Alright, now this is the key part of this. Okay, this is all blocked off now. The other one acted as a vacuum. It sucked it in there and it sucked it up into the flywheel. Even if you had a dust filter on the outside of your pull start, it didn't matter because it gets in the back. And I'm going to show you, if you can see down at the bottom there where it's silver, it goes around in there. And if I can get some light here, and I can try to show you, it is entering through the back here in that hole where this is going inside of. Back, and it's going into the flywheel. Okay, I'll try and get it from this side, guys, and maybe you can see a little bit better. It's not easy to maneuver this with this light, but you can see now. If I can get this down inside, hold on. It's not easy doing this, guys. But I'm trying to show you where it enters down there. Okay, you see that gap down there? Get this right down in here, guys. See that? That hole? That's where the grass was entering in the back. Okay. So this, like I said here, is closed off now. This is where all the crap went in, and it went underneath the motor, and then it got sucked up into the back of the flywheel. Even if you had the pull start, I had a pull start cover, it was getting in from the back. And this one actually has a plate that goes all the way up here too, to help keep the stuff from getting in through there, here. And the back is all closed in too. And the gentleman is an enthusiast that made this body, and he's a big Baja fan. And the body comes pre-cut, okay, and it's clear. It's not blue and with all the design on it like you see. You got to read the fine print at Dave's Discount Motorsports, and you'll see that it is a clear body. I painted this. I put my custom flames on there, some stickers, and but having the body pre-cut saves you a whole lot of a headache, guys. The only thing that you have to cut out is the gas cap here. Now the gas cap is kind of hidden in there, All right. As you can see. Now you can, when this body is all clipped in, you can get this on and off, guys. Okay, but what he did was he left this underneath. The other body had this little loop under there which was catching all the gas. This one, it'll come straight out down, if you can see the way he designed it. So it's not going to eat up the plastic in the body. Now you can cut this more if you want. Anybody who knows these, they knows these are a little different than our nitro friends. When you fill these gas tanks up, they'll run for about an hour, so there's really no headache or need to be taking the cap on and off every 2 minutes when it's out of gas. So you can simply, if you don't like the way this goes on and off, you can simply just pop the body off and unscrew the cap. But I'm not going to knock them for the design. I think it was this body is a great, awesome design. I think it's going to, you know, my buddy had the same issue, guys, where he was out and he got a lot of grass and stuff caught up, went in there, went up inside the flywheel, bound it up so bad that he blew the engine. $300 and some engine, okay? So if you can keep this body is not just a new design to be pretty, and it's functional. It has a functionalness to it. It will keep all this area blocked off. It still has an air up inside where air can go up in, but this is the main block off. This is where the problem was, right here. And it's nice that he put this extra panel which just connects up into your pin there. But the body fit on here just about dead perfect, guys. No issues with it. And this side is also blocked off, okay, and the same panel down here. And this doesn't wrap around, obviously, because of this on that side. But if you have a Baja buggy, guys, besides this body, the body is also wider too, which makes it look cooler. I put these carbon fiber cutouts in there, but it makes it look bigger and wider. The body is thicker. The plastic is thicker and more durable. It's a better design than this cheap, flimsy crap that they gave you with it. The gas, where the gas is in, is designed better. The block off on the bottom. Pull starts cut out for you. So just a very nice design, guys, all around. It was about, I think they had them on sale for about $66 at Dave's Discount Motorsports. And I'm sure anybody, I'm not promoting the site, anybody who has a Baja, I'm sure they're well aware of Dave's Discount Motorsports, because they're the Baja people to go to. They have every single of everything that you need, and they have awesome customer support if you need help. So there you go, guys. That's the new functional body. Okay, some of the upgrades to rehash: steel spur gear if you want to use pre-filters, Dominator pipe, and these nasty Hostile MX tires made in the United States. Other than that, the only thing over the years I ever broke on this, and it wasn't really my fault, it was the clutch bell. They didn't Loctite it from the factory and the screw came loose and broke. So I changed the clutch bell, stripped out 3 spur gears. Never broke any of the plastics. All original plastics. I've rolled it many times. Never broke anything. Usually when you start breaking things, guys, is when you're racing them on a track with other people, and usually the breaking comes from hitting each other. Other than that, these are pretty rock solid cars, so if you have a chance to own one, definitely get yourself one. They're a lot of fun. So that's about it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you out.